Okay, we're going to talk about potassium. This one here is a major sleeper. When I say it's kind of one, no, it's not kind of. It is something that everybody should know about, but they don't know about. Something is, and it, let me play the video because we got a lot to cover with this young lady, this medical doctor. She's going to actually share her breakdown. Her video is kind of long, so I'm gonna play 3 minutes of it. I'll pause here and there, but let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Increasing the potassium in your diet could lower your blood pressure. Y'all, I'm about to put y'all up on game. We could have started with this, right? Everybody always talking about reduce the salt, but you can increase the potassium and get just a good effect. Y'all need to share this. You better bookmark this. You better get your pens and tablets out because we about to get put up on game. I love it. Let's go. But first, we're going to jump into the science because this is scientific, baby.
I like how she is gonna show you.
Give you no information like this and not back it up with some science. Here we're going to start with a well-trusted source, the Journal of the American Heart Association, where they are saying potassium intake and blood pressure. Let's do a meta-analysis. Meaning they doing the work, going through all the studies and trying to figure out the truth. Now, when I'm reading this article, the first thing that jumps out at me is this. This study basically where they took patients, hypertensive patients on medication, and they exposed them to a higher potassium diet.
Meaning they gave them a lot of they gave them a lot of potassium, probably 4,700 milligrams, 4.7 grams.
And they found out that 81% of those patients needed half their medication and 38% required no medication at all.
81% of participants needed less than half of the baseline of medication.
Are you walking with me? Listen, y'all, I need y'all to see this because not only did it reduce the blood pressure, but they also had a 40% decline in stroke mortality as well. That is because high potassium intake has other cardiovascular benefits. Oh,
If you don't know what that means, she's talking about heart benefits.
I ain't done. I got more. So, salt or potassium, which one is it? Why they keep telling us to reduce the salt when we really need to increase the potassium?
Now, I already told you what kind of salt is good.
For all the good effect. That's because this is an age-old argument. It didn't start today, okay? There have been two opposing camps on this. Lowering the salt does reduce the BP a little bit. You see that?
So obviously you got some people fighting against this information because of the power of potassium. So you can't be having a lot of potassium in your body because all kinds of good things, benefits happen.
3 and 4. It does work a little bit, but that ain't exactly where the money resides. Now, I'm not saying that y'all should just ignore the salt because a lot of us is taking in too much salt, let's be honest. But this study actually found that even with a really high salt diet, if you increase your potassium.
Listen to what she said. Even if you have a high salt intake, if you increase your potassium, what?
That increased potassium blunts the activity of all that salt. Read it here if you don't believe me. Basically, they did this research on rats where they fed them really high salt diet and at the same time gave them a high potassium diet. And the rats with the high potassium live longer. This would suggest that even in diets where the salt intake is high, a higher potassium intake can mitigate all the problems associated with that. So
I'll be telling people, if you know how to take care of your body, it comes from knowledge, though. You got to know. And if you don't know what to do and how to manipulate your own body. It's your body. And you letting someone else manipulate your right, your left brain, and your center of your brain. How do they know everything about your glands is in your body, but you don't? They know exactly what type of iron, what type of potassium, iodine, magnesium. They know everything to give you a lot of and a little bit of to have you acting exactly the way they want you to. Huh?
In other words, you don't even have to think that far. Potassium got you. Another thing we could do is compare the sodium to the salt effect head to head. And here you can see that when you increase the potassium intake, your systolic blood pressure go down by 5. If you increase it even higher, it go down by 7. Remember the numbers for the sodium.
Listen, let me make sure I put it back here and get caught up. Okay? Let me get you. Let me get you. Okay? I'm going to cover another video. It might be multiple videos. It's going to be multiple videos because potassium is huge. It's one of the major sleepers that kind of take care of pretty much the whole body. It's ridiculous. Okay? Let's just stick to what she was talking about, high blood pressure. Okay, so a study also, a large meta-analysis published in 2013 in the British Medical Journal found that higher potassium intake was associated with lower blood pressure to reduce in actual what? Strokes. So potassium and having irregular issues with your heart, it is huge with hypertension. Okay, so they notice that people that have low potassium, it is a clear sign that if you have hypertension, high blood pressure, you have low potassium. Matter of fact, she even mentioned later about, I didn't want to get caught up with that because they don't like when you talk about their medical drugs. That we're going to leave it alone. Okay. You can research that for yourself. But let me tell you real quick here. What things are high? I really appreciate this medical doctor, what she broke down. She did a beautiful job. But let me break down what's high in potassium, because you don't want to be left here waiting for multiple videos and I didn't share with you. Okay. So let me tell you what's high in potassium. This is just to name a few powerful ones that's got a lot of it in it. Avocados, bananas. You got to eat a lot of it though. Potassium. That is potassium. Potatoes is what I meant to say. Spinach, beans, coconut water, yogurt, squash. I'm here to let you know that you also, molasses is high in, black molasses is high in, go look that up. It's high in potassium. But look, one medium avocado is 975 milligrams of potassium. To reach that 4,700 or 4.7 grams, you would need to have about 5 avocados. More realistic, get yourself 2. It's close to 2,000 milligrams if you have yourself 2 avocados. Bananas, one medium banana is 420 milligrams of potassium. To reach that, you would have to reach that 4,700, 4.7 grams. You would have to have 11 bananas. Most people combine bananas with other foods, okay? Potatoes with the skin. You can bake a potato. One medium baked potato equals to about 900 milligrams of potassium. To reach that 4,700 milligrams, aka 4.7 grams, you need to eat about 5 baked potatoes, okay? The actual potatoes are actually one of the highest potassium foods. Spinach, 1 cup of cooked spinach, mainly steamed, not cooked because you don't want the nutrients gone, equals to 840 milligrams of potassium. To reach 4,700 milligrams, aka 4.7 grams, you need to have about 5 to 6 cups of cooked, aka steamed spinach. Raw spinach has less because it shrinks when actual cooked. That's why you want to steam it. Don't be cooking it and frying it, all right? You're defeating the purpose. Beans, kidney or black beans, of 1 cup cooked beans equals to 600 to 700 milligrams of potassium. To reach that 4.7 milligrams, that's about 7 cups. All right. Coconut water, 1 cup of coconut water equals to 600 milligrams of potassium. To reach 4.7 grams or 4,700 milligrams, you need about 7 to 8 cups of coconut water. Yogurt, one plain yogurt, okay, equals to, you know, 550 to 600 milligrams potassium. To reach that 4.7 grams, 4,700 milligrams, that's about 8 cups. Squash, 1 cup of cooked squash equals to 580 milligrams of potassium. To reach this 4,700 milligrams, 4.7 grams, is about 8 cups of squash. Okay. Now, most people mix this. All right. They mix and match. Sometimes they'll have for breakfast, some people like to do that, that dairy thing, and they put something like one banana with a cup of yogurt, and they got themselves 1,000 right there. Then they'll throw in for lunch. They'll make sure they have themselves one avocado with some beans. They got themselves another 1,600 right there. Dinner, they'll throw a baked potato with 1 cup of steamed spinach. And they got themselves 1,800 milligrams right there. Now they over 4,000 and some change milligram. All right. And then they add themselves a glass of cup of water and a cup of coconut water. Boom. They got their 4,700 if they want to. But their medical society says if you have yourself at least over 3,000, you're good. Yeah. You really don't have a lot. 3,000 plus is good. You want to have the recommended dose? Yes. But here's the thing right here. They don't even have this in no supplement. They won't let you get it. It's like 99 milligrams in a pill. So good luck trying to find it in the pill. They know how powerful this is. They won't even allow individuals to mimic it and put it in a supplement for you, because they got a battle out there saying the difference between your intake and supplement is a problem. Too much supplement, issues. There's a lot of supplements out there. Cayenne pepper, supplements magnesium, supplements iron, supplements with, all kinds of things to help your body out. You can get in a supplement vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin B, and vitamin C, and you're saying this particular one is a problem? Because it's a sleeper and it's very, very, very powerful. But if you notice, all those things were Mother Nature's gift to healthy living. Mother Nature. Huh? Herbalist Kareem. Peace.
Do you have questions about your health or business development and strategies? Herbalist Kareem is now offering private one-on-one consultations where you can receive personalized guidance based on your situation. Visit 4cyclesoflife.com to learn more. The consultation link is in the description.